Welcome back to Move and Groove with Nina. Today's class is a gentle Pilates class with yoga. You don't need any equipment, just yourself and your mat. I help health-conscious, busy adults who feel slightly overweight, fatigued, and inflexible to go from feeling stuck and overwhelmed to becoming confident, strong, and calm. So when you are ready, let's begin. We'll start seated on your mat, on the side of your mat. Relax and breathe in. Raise your hands up to the sky and lower them into the praying position to your heart. And we're going to breathe in and raise your hands for a nice stretch and lower them down to your heart. Let's go ahead and interlock your fingers behind your back and look up, opening your chest. And then we're going to tilt forward for a stretch, allowing your head to go forward and hands to go forward as much as you can. Breathe in and out. One more moment here. Great. We're going to gently step out of this position by lifting your head and lifting your arms and sitting back into the seated position where you started from. Now we're going to take a deep breath and slowly walk forward and get ourselves into a tabletop position with hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. We're going to do cat-cow stretches for your back, lowering your back and cow position as well. We're going to open your chest and bend your back down to the ground and then lift it to the sky, curving it for an opposite stretch. Continue doing this for just a moment more. Beautiful. You're doing great. And now we're going to uncurve our toes and go into a downward facing dog. Feel the stretch and try to straighten your legs, shoulders away from your ears. Breathe deeply and feel the stretch. Hands into the ground, firmly planted. Lift your heels and move into a plank position here. And then back into the downward facing dog. And continue doing that back and forth, and you can slightly bend your knees if you need to. Plank position and moving back into the downward facing dog. Let yourself go into the plank and then again into the downward facing dog. We're going to go back to the tabletop position, lower down with your hands and then stretch into the cobra. You're doing great, lowering yourself down on the floor and lifting up into the downward facing dog. Feel the stretch, press through your fingertips, spread your fingers, and again lift your heels, gently walking forward to your hands. Here you're going to have a forward fold and slightly look in front of you. You can hold your arms on your legs, however high you need to. And one more forward fold and you're going to uncurve all the way up. We're gonna lift our hands, breathe in and lower them to the chest a couple times. And then the second time we're gonna go all the way to the floor. Forward fold, look forward with the straight back, and then we're going to lift right leg into the sky, put it on the ground and feel the stretch. Now lift your hands and simply interlock them and look up or feel the stretch in your back. The left leg is in front and we're feeling the stretch in our hips and in our chest. Wonderful. Open and unlock your arms. Move forward. You see you open your chest and do the opposite hand from the back leg. So it can be your left hand going up. And then you're going to start circling it gently forward and back, allowing the stretch in your chest to take place. Keep going, you're doing great. Just like that. We're going to lift the arm up and lift the right knee off the ground, feeling even more strengthening and stretching. You can look into the ceiling or the left hand's fingertips if you can, and then place both hands on the floor. We're going to lift the left leg and allow it to lower into a plank, and then going into our cobra stretch and downward facing dog. From here, breathe deeply and straighten your back, shoulders away from your ears, pressing into the fingertips and the feet into the floor. Now we're going to step forward, look forward, straighten your back, and then we're going to have a forward fold, bend your knees if you need to, and gently roll up. From here, we're going to inhale and lift your arms, lower them to the heart center in praying position, and do it one more time with a deeper inhale. Lower to your heart center and go down to the floor into the forward fold. Look up and straighten your back. From here, we're going to now do the other side. So we're going to lift the left leg now and put it on the ground into lunge and knee on the ground. The hands are going to lift up and into interlock, feeling the opening in your heart as well as the stretch in your legs and hips. We're going to open the right arm, so now twisting and looking up into the ceiling, allowing for this stretch to take place and strengthen you. We're gonna start moving forward with this hand, creating just circles which open your chest and shoulders. Create a little bit more of the stretch. Beautiful. Just like that, keep going. All right, we're gonna lift the right arm and look up, and also lift the left knee off the floor. Feel your strength and look towards the tips of your right fingers. And now we're going to lower both hands to the ground. We're going to lift the right leg and go into our plank and push up into cobra stretch. And from here, uncurve your toes and downward facing dog, shoulders away from ears. If you can, look at your belly button, feeling the energy cultivated behind it, and straighten your knees as much as possible. Breathe deeply, enjoy the break. We're gonna lift your left foot up and step it forward into, this time we're going to do a stretch. So it looks like a triangle. Is going to be bending your knee of the left leg and opening the heart, and then dynamic combo, moving into triangle and lifting the toes off the floor. That's for the extra stretch and mobility. Keep going. You're doing great. Beautiful. All right. Now from here, we're going to again lift your arms up into the sky, and we're going to bring them into praying position and lower them to your heart center. Now this time, we're actually going for warrior pose. You're going to lean back and stretch your left arm into the sky, and then put its elbow on the left leg and stretch the other way, looking at the fingertips of the right arm. Then you're going to go back into even deeper stretch of this warrior pose variation, and then lower the same leg as hand, left hand to the ground, and the right arm is going to be going towards the ceiling. So this is a very good stretch. You can bring your hand either straight up or you can bring it forward. And if you want an extra twist, place it on the hip behind your back and still look at the ceiling. The left hand on the floor could also be somewhere like on your knee or your hip, depending on your flexibility level. And from here, we're going to bend the knee slightly, the left knee, and put both hands on the floor. And here's a little bit of balance exercise. You're gonna lift the right leg. You can flex it or point the toes, and you're gonna lift your right arm to the ceiling. Simply holding it creates a lot of balancing training for the bottom foot. Keep going just like that. Breathe deeply, and then for an extra challenge, you can grab the toes of the leg in the sky. So that's your right leg, and you can hold it together if you can, which is totally optional, and just for a split second right here. And then you release, lower the leg, and go back into the warrior pose. From here, you're going to open your arms and you're going to tilt backwards, feeling the stretch, and put both hands on the floor. Lift your left leg into the sky, lower into the plank, and then into our cobra. And then we're going to have downward facing dog, and relax here a little bit. Breathe deeply, look at your navel, shoulders away from ears. All right, now we're gonna lift your right foot into the sky, lower it, and step between your hands. Here we're opening our chest and then stretching into this triangle, lifting the toes off the floor. Let's go into this flow. Breathe deeply, you're doing great. Triangle and then chest opening. Wonderful. Very good. All right, from here we're going to lift both of our arms into the sky and lower it to our heart center, praying position. And from here we're going into the warrior poses, simply opening the arms, leaning away from the bent foot, and then putting the elbow on it, and of course stretching, looking at your fingertips. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to go the other way. And now, let's go ahead and grab from this warrior pose. We're gonna do the opposite side from what we did last time. So you're gonna grab the floor or any part of your leg if you need to lift it higher for lack of flexibility. And the left leg is up to the sky. We're looking at it, we're keeping a straight line and feeling the stretch as well as a twist. From here, you're going to keep the floor hand where it is, but the one in the sky is going to try to touch the opposite hip, creating a twist. And if you can, look at the ceiling still. Feel the stretch, breathe deeply, and you can also get out of it by looking at the floor. And then bending the front leg and lifting the left leg this time. When you are ready, lift the left arm to the sky. And here you're also going to have option to stay here, or you can bend the leg and grab it with your left hand for an extra challenge just for a second. All right. That is a deeper stretch, so to speak, and a good balancing exercise as well. And when you're ready, you're going to release, lower down your hands and leg, and you're also going to lift into the warrior pose one more time, stretching away from the bent leg, and then going into the ground with both hands, lifting the leg. This time actually you have to lift the right leg up into the sky, lower into your plank and push up, cobra stretch, and curve your toes and rest in our downward facing dog. Well done. That was wonderful. Breathing deeply, looking to the navel, ears away from the shoulders. After you feel a nice stretch in your downward facing dog and you feel stretched, you can go slowly into the tabletop position, uncurve your toes, and then lift into the bear hold a little bit. So you're going to lift your knees off the floor and down, preferably not touching the ground if you can, and creating a nice ab exercise as well as strengthening for the entire body. As a break, we're going to do a back stretch with a cat-cow, lowering the back to the floor and lifting it to the sky. From here, we're going to lower down onto our tummy. Take a moment here, breathe deeply. We're going slowly go into the cobra stretch. Look at the tip of your nose and breathe deeply. You're doing great. Beautiful. Feel stretch and activation of glutes. From here, we're going into the tabletop position. And we're going to slowly walk towards our hands as much as we can. Bend your knees if you need to. Forward fold and uncurve vertebra by vertebra. And now we're going to start with a leg spread out position. It looks like a warrior pose. You're going to put your elbow on the leg and stretch your arms. Your side is going to be stretching. Look at your elbow of the hands that's in the air and do each side once. So now I'm going for my left leg bent and the left arm on it, while the right hand is straight and stretched, shoulder away from ears. And that was our stretch. Very good. Feel a strong core, and when you're ready, slowly walk back to center. All right, we're going to start now with our Tibetan rites 3 times each. We're going to spin a relaxed gaze with arms outwards 3 times. After that, find your balance and lay down on your back. We're going to lift our legs. You see my palms are on the ground flat. Legs are lifting with inhale and lowering with the exhale. 2 more times. And 1 more time. Flexed toes. Beautiful. Now we're going to go on our knees and we're going to place our hands under our butt or glutes. And we're going to slide our chin downwards for exhale. And then inhale, curve as far as you can. And do it 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, slide down your chin. And inhale, a back bend. This time we're going to go for the next Tibetan rite by sitting on our both glutes. We're going to sit. We're going to put your hands on both sides and do reverse tabletop position with inhale and exhale lower. Try to look at your third eye if you can on the top of this. Exhale, and again inhale, looking behind you, and exhale. The last Tibetan rite looks kind of like a downward facing dog. You can exhale and go into a cobra, lift it off the ground, and inhale into downward facing dog. 2 more times. Keep going. 1 more time. Wonderful. All right. Now let's go ahead and go into the tabletop position and slightly rest. Here in the seated position, we're going to interlock our hands and just do a gentle stretch to the side, calming our body down, and to the other side. And 1 more time. Good. Beautiful. All right. From here, we're going to do a little bit of work with your hips. So let's lay on our back flat. We're gonna lift one knee and just stretch the leg, stretch the hip, and then the other leg. Once you did each leg nice stretch, you're going to then grab both of them. Press them into your chest and feel a relaxing stretch. Well done. We're going to do some glute bridges here. Up and lower, slowly down. 2 more times, lifting up and lowering. Beautiful. And 1 more time, slow and controlled. And lowering. Well done. Now we're going to lift your hips and hold them while your hands are going to simply go up and down. Nice and controlled. 4 more times. 3. 2. And 1. Wonderful. Lower your hips to the ground. All right, we're gonna straighten one leg and then take the other for a stretch and pull the straight leg towards yourself. Feel the glute stretch in your left leg or the bent leg. Then we're gonna do the reverse of that. The left leg will be straight and the right will go on the front of it. And then we're going to press towards ourselves for a stretch. Wonderful. You're doing great. We're gonna sit up and this time do a butterfly position with simply opening your knees and then lowering down and pressing with your elbows for an extra stretch. Wonderful. And we're going to go into comfortable cross-leg position. Deep inhale and exhale with the praying position to your chest. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you would like to see more classes like that, please subscribe, comment, share this video with your friend, family, or loved one. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have the most amazing day. If you have these symptoms, do click the link below and schedule a free consultation. Physical discomfort becomes unbearable. The pain becomes unbearable. Everyday tasks like tying shoelaces, picking up kids, or simply getting out of bed becomes daunting.